Hi everyone, Laura here from the Born to Rise Society, and today I'm going to show you how to collapse a negative state or emotion and replace it with what you want to feel instead. And I'm going to do that using a technique called collapse anchoring. I love anchoring. You've seen me do it so many times. I love it because it is simple. It is something that you could have with you at all time. And what we do basically is attach a stimulus to a physical trigger. So usually we use our knuckle. So anytime that you want to feel whatever you have anchored into that knuckle, you can feel it anytime because you always take your knuckle with you. So with this, what we're going to do is we are going to establish a state that we no longer want to feel or emotion. For the sake of this demo, I'm going to use unworthiness because I know it's something that a lot of women feel in times in their life and just overall. Of course, if you're in a customized session with me, we will work on something that you are feeling specifically at that time. So what we're going to do is, if you've done anchoring with me before, you want to make sure that you're using knuckles that you don't already have a resource anchor on. And what you're gonna do, you're gonna need 2 knuckles for this. So I will just model it with my hand. So you can choose any 2 knuckles and make sure that you remember that which one is positive and which one is negative. Because what we're gonna do is we are going to anchor the positive emotions that we wanna feel instead of feeling unworthy. And then we're gonna anchor the feelings of unworthiness, and then we're gonna collapse that. And we're gonna make sure that that positive resource anchor is so much stronger than the negative one ever was. Okay, so like I said, for the sake of this demo, we are gonna choose unworthiness. I know a lot of women will be able to resonate with that. So ensure you are in a place where you can have a little bit of quietness, take a deep breath, in and out, another one if you need to. And we're gonna start with our positive emotions or states. So it's what we want to feel instead of feeling unworthy. So can you remember a time that you felt worthy? Can you remember a specific time that you felt so worthy? Flow down into your body, see what you saw, hear what you heard, and feel the feelings of feeling worthy. And what you're gonna do is, as you go back and let your subconscious work here, allow your conscious mind to just relax and really let your subconscious mind work. And whatever comes up for you, when it was a time that you felt so worthy, it could have been an event that you spoke at, it could have been when something of yours was released, it could have been when something was said to you, a compliment, whatever that looks like for you. And what I want you to do when you go back to the time, really allow your body to lean into it. And when you're at that peak of really feeling worthy, I want you to press down on that knuckle that you had assigned to be your positive resource. So just press down for 5 to 15 seconds, and before that feeling leaves you, I want you to release. Okay? Clear the screen. We're gonna move into our next emotion. Can you feel it? Can you remember a time that you felt so confident? A specific time that you felt so confident. Flow down into your body, hear what you heard, see what you saw, and feel what you felt when you felt so confident. So I'll give you a couple minutes. And then again, when you're reaching that peak of just feeling so confident, you can see that picture in your mind like it's playing like a movie. You're gonna press down on that same positive knuckle. Again, for about 5 to 15 seconds. Before that feeling leaves your body, you're gonna release. Now we're gonna move into our next emotion, clear the screen. Can you remember a time that you felt empowered? A specific time that you felt so empowered. Flow down into your body, see what you saw, hear what you heard, and feel what you felt when you felt so empowered. Again, before you reach the peak of feeling so empowered in that time, press down again on your positive knuckle. And before that feeling leaves you, release. Clear the screen. Can you remember a time that you felt on fire? Can you remember a specific time that you felt so on fire? Flow down into your body, see what you saw, hear what you heard, and feel the feelings of feeling empowered. Again, when you're reaching that peak of just feeling so empowered from whatever time is coming up for you and really leaning into that, I want you to press down on that positive knuckle again. And before the feeling leaves you, release. And now we're going to move into that negative emotion, unworthiness. And we're going to get rid of it. Okay, so remember when we elicit this emotion, you're going to press down at that peak state on your negative knuckle, whichever one you had designated for that, okay? So can you remember a time when you felt unworthy? Can you remember a specific time? Flow down into your body, hear what you heard, see what you saw, and feel the feelings of feeling so unworthy. You're probably going to feel, as you do this, if you were in front of me, I'd probably be able to see it, or not probably, I'd be able to see it, but what you're probably going to be feeling right now is that you're starting to feel a different energy as you go from the positive to negative, especially if you're somebody that's really in tune with how you feel and you're somebody that really goes inward. You're probably going to feel a really huge shift in your energy. If I was with you, I'd probably be able to tell you how your body is probably changing, your body language, your muscles are probably tightening up a bit as you really lean into that negative. And when you're at that peak, you're going to press down onto that knuckle that you've designated to be your negative. And before those feelings leave you, you're going to release. So I'll give you a few seconds to do that. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to fire both of them together and we're going to get rid of that negative. Okay, so we're going to press down. What we're going to do now is press down on both of them at the same time. Okay, and then you're going to release your negative and then continue pressing down on your positive for a few more seconds. And then release, breathe, clear the screen. And you have to leave it in the comments or DM me and let me know how you're feeling about that negative emotion now. You probably feel yucky about it. It probably doesn't have as much energy and power as it did before. And I want you to think about a time in the future when you're feeling unworthy. I want you to think what you're going to feel now differently and how different that's going to feel for you. And then what I highly recommend is you go back a couple posts ago when I did stacking anchors, and what you could do is you could stack all these positive anchors onto one of your knuckles as a resource anchor to have with you at all times. So anytime that you're feeling unworthy, then you could just press down on the stimulus and you'll just have, all these positive emotions just rush over you. I hope that was helpful. Please DM me, message me, leave any comments, and let me know if you have any questions, and I would love to know how this worked for you. Have a great rest of the week.